Hello, it's Reija, and welcome to another video. Well, March lasted for about 84 years, and I still only managed to read one book. So I'm just going to be doing a general media wrap-up, going over everything I consumed and watched in March, and I hope you will enjoy. First things first, let's talk about the books. I have one that I completed and a couple that I did not finish. First, I have The Gutter Prayer. I am about 40% through with this book. I currently have it parked because it deals with a sort of epidemic and self-quarantining and stuff like that, and I can't really sort of handle that topic right now for whatever reason. And like, this book is very entertaining, very visual, and like it has very intriguing world building aspects. It's kind of like an industrial revolution, like trashy city with like living gods and saints that are like getting powers from gods and stuff. So it is very interesting, but it's also very grim and gritty, and I can't handle grim and gritty right now. So I currently have it parked, but I intend to go back to it. Next, I have Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. I am about 1/3 of the way through this book. I am reading it for the BookTube SFF Awards, but I am currently focusing more on the owls, and I am really loving this book, but I think I will have to focus on my owls TBR and finish some of those books first before I return to this one. But I am highly enjoying this book. And finally, the thing that I actually finished right at the beginning of March is the 13th volume of The Promised Neverland by Kaiu, Shirai and Posuka Demizu. I gave these 3.5 stars. It was okay. It's dealing with the aftermath of the time skip. New characters are being introduced, some conflict is happening. There are some elements that, if my prediction turns out to be correct, which I won't talk about because I don't want to spoil like the whole series, but if my prediction about the plot twist ends up being true, I don't think it is earned or foreshadowed well enough, but we shall see. I am not making any judgment as of yet, but this, I feel like this series is currently in a point where it is kind of plateauing, and I am optimistic but slightly afraid of what the future will hold for this series, but I will not make any judgment until I read the next 2 volumes or so, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this that the series will weather through this rather not exciting arc. Yeah. So those were all of the things that I have finished or parked or started reading and stuff. So I will now go over the other media things that I have been enjoying. First of all, I, like the rest of the world, have been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons like crazy. I have dedicated so many hours to that game. I have only one expansion left in my house. I'm currently paying a mortgage. I fish every day, I go outside, I enjoy the virtual sun. I have been spending time with friends, sending gifts. It's been a lovely time, much needed at this point. And on the anime front, I have been enjoying watching Dorohedoro, which is a very grim but also super funny series. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it pokes fun at its own grittiness, but I just love how wholesome the characters are. Like, even the villains are like main characters in their own stories. They have these like cliques and like friendships and stuff that you don't really get to see usually, even in anime, in villain groups. Like, they are just so joyful, and I have been loving watching Dorohedoro. It's about this, like, two separate dimensions. The other one is called the Whole, and the other one is like the dimension of the sorcerers. And the sorcerers are using magic to transport themselves into the Whole, where they experiment on the inhabitants in the Whole. And the people in the Whole, for this reason, don't really like the sorcerers that much. And our main character is Kaiman, who has been cursed to basically look like a lizard, and he is trying to find out who did it to him and who he really is, because he doesn't have any memories prior to the transformation. And it is such a wonderful series. There's also a manga. I have not read it yet, but the anime has been so good that I'm really excited to pick up the manga. If it has been licensed, I need to find that out. And the other series that I've been really enjoying is My Hero Academia. We've been watching the newest season, and it is very high octane, very feel good. I really love the atmosphere, the way that all of the characters are contributing, and they all have their strengths, and it's very positive and upbeat, and I needed that. And the last series that I've been really enjoying watching is Community. I am watching it now for the first time since all 6 seasons are up on Netflix, so I have been binging it like pretty much almost every evening. I watch at least 2 episodes before going to bed, so I'm probably at the halfway point of the second season right now, and I've been really into it and really loving it. So yeah, those were all of the things that I enjoyed in the month of March. Tell me how your March went. Was it any better than mine? Did you get any reading done? And if not, if you were like me and had trouble reading in March, tell me, what did you do to cope? What activities did you do to replace the reading? And if you got this far in the video, leave me a sun emoji down in the comments to brighten up my day. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye bye!